If you aren't anything like me or just, kind of okay with getting called out every now and again, then you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a state, nation, and world that we live in. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. A happy Monday and a happy July to you as well. Can you believe it? We're already in month 7. Y'all, 2024 is just going, bye. This has been fun. It's been nice. And at this point, it's like anything's better than 2020. So we're okay with that. At the top, I said that if you're anything like me and you're okay with you're kind of okay with getting called out every now and again. I was called out. I was called out by my lady, my girlfriend. Becky was yeah, she went away for the weekend, went up north. What's up, Eddie? Happy Monday to you. Went up north, got into the trees, got in the woods, and essentially called me out when she got back and said, for dude with an outdoor show, you don't get outdoors very much. And something that stung like no other. You guys, it stung because this is my gig. This is what I do. 11 years we've been doing this. And so to get called out like that, what's up, Lynn? Yeah, we'll to get called out, like we'll get to the questions in just a minute. Um, and we can save a lot of this stuff for tomorrow because I would have a good AI talk as well. So we'll get to that in just a second. I totally forgot this was Q&A Monday. So I forgot. So it's okay. We'll do Q&A Monday. But I did get called out. And over the past couple of years of my life, I went through a divorce, a lot of transition, went away from terrestrial radio. That show got canceled. And basically, I was just, paddling as fast as I can to stay above water and things like that. And I haven't gone out. I haven't gone off roading. I haven't gone up and just, had some fun by the lake, and I haven't gone kayaking, and I haven't gone hiking. Actually, I've hiked more than the last 2 years than I've hiked in my entire life, last year than I have in my entire life. So yeah, it takes every now and again, it takes a little rattling by someone you love to just say, dude, what you doing? Yeah. So yeah, a lot of changes will be coming from there. So we'll get to it. I set this whole thing up on Facebook for prescriptions versus the outdoors and all of that because I forgot. I literally did, Lynn, but let's get to it. I absolutely love it. Let's make it happen. Today is a question and answer Monday. You guys can answer anything. Ask me anything. But let's stick to outdoor stuff. Would be pretty cool. It could be personal outdoor stuff. Have no problem with that. But I absolutely love that you guys can participate and ask questions and anything. I'm an open book. Obviously, I'm an open book. I started this show by telling you that I got called out by my girlfriend for something very serious. So I tell you guys anything, man. Let me know what you want to know. Lynn says he's got a lot of questions. So what's up, man? Where you at? Where them questions at? And by the way, it's not easy getting back into the outdoors, like getting back into maybe a hobby. If you're out, it's like getting back to the gym after you've been off for a few weeks or something like that. It's once you start and you have this momentum in something, once that momentum in that regularity in that routine is interrupted. In my case, it was interrupted with divorce, loss of job, things like that. I was a country music song for a while there. It's hard to get your mindset back into the swing of anything. Like I said, whether it's fishing or whether it's going to the gym or whatever it is, it's difficult to get back in the swing. So I'm not down on myself for it, but it was a little rattling. Like, dude, time to get going here. Yeah. Howdy ho, neighbors. What's happening, Grizz? It is question and answer Monday, so you guys can fire off anything you want to me. I have no problem with that. You can ask questions. I will answer them to the very best of my ability. Holy mackerel! If you have a lot of how-to questions, mhm, I'm kidding. I'll know how to do it. Holy mackerel. I've been doing this long enough. So you guys can ask any question that you want. And we're talking about getting jarred out of your normal routine. And that can go to parenting, that could go to outdoors, that could go to just, what do I do now? What do I do next? I'm completely have the ability to reinvent at this point. And if you have that ability to reinvent, getting back into your old routines is something that is a little bit difficult. But if y'all ain't asking questions, it's okay. We can move this to tomorrow if you want to. We can do the question and answer thing tomorrow. Totally got that. Here we go. All right, what is it? Big question is, I have never been hunting before, but always like to try. What is the best way of going about it, Grizz? Dude, do you want to be on the show? You are the best segue guy there is. That's a fantastic question. So again, Grizz asked, has never been hunting. What's the best way to try it? Dove hunting. Period. End of story. Dove hunting is the best way to introduce anyone to the hunting world. Hands down. It is the lowest cost of entry. You can always borrow a shotgun or go with a buddy who's got a couple of shotguns. It's plentiful. The season is fun. It's hotter than Hades here. It's September 1st. And it's hotter than all get out there. But you're still having fun. You go early in the morning, go in the evening, things like that. And there's spots out here. There's so many. Robbins Butte, I think, is one of the most fun, public, accessible places to dove hunt, and it's just too cool. It just really is. It's not as easy as maybe someone like me would make it look. I kid. There are days where I limit out. There are days where I can't find as my dad would say, I can't find my ass with both hands in a map. So yeah, it's fun. Those dove are flying at about at least the morning dove doing about 40 miles an hour. Zoom. They're zooming. Yeah, so you got to learn. It's a lot of fun. Robo Grill Cleaner on No, I haven't. Robo Grill Cleaner sounds like something I need. There was just a study. It's funny you brought that up, Lynn. There was just a study that the headline made it so much worse, and I want to fact check it. No, don't get me started on the fact checkers. That your grill is dirtier than most people's toilets. And A, if you've seen most people's grill, duh. B, what kind of dirty? Because my grill doesn't have the same dirty as a toilet bowl. Does it make sense? Yeah, I'm not defecating on my grill. So there's not this. It's okay. Yeah, there's some char there. There's some there's maybe some remnants, some seasoning, whatever. But no, actually, no, Linda, the Robo Cleaner. I actually have something. I forget, a Cuisinart, I think, makes it totally just like $13, and it's got a tube where you put water in it, and a little spout thing at the front, and it's a grill brush that when your grill is still hot, and it just steams it. It's so nice. Oh, it is so nice. It is so wonderful. It's a wire bristle brush, which I'm not a giant fan of, but they have those that you get the sponges wet, those types of grills, and you do that. So yeah. Let's see here. Let's see who got me into hunting. Yeah, my ex-father-in-law got me into hunting. I went on a deep sea fishing trip with him that was like, I forget the guy. The guy had his own show, and he needed bodies out there fishing with him for one big event or whatever that he was doing. And so the boat was really cheap. It was 2 nights, and we caught a ton of tuna. And I thought at that minute, I'm like, I'm done. I want to be in the outdoors this whole time. This is what I want to do. And then my ex-father-in-law invited me out to their place in Missouri, and I got to hunt, and I'm good. I mean, my grandfather took me like rabbit hunting and dove hunting back when I was a kid, but it wasn't anything that really stuck. So it didn't really get me into it as much as actual big game hunting, the big tuna out there in the water. It was an amazing, amazing experience. Yeah. Eddie, all of us, man, we should probably set something up for September 1st, early September. What do you think about that, guys? Grizz, Eddie, everybody, you guys want to give it a shot? If you want to, and here's the cool thing about dove hunting, and I think it's such a great question to how do I get into it, or how do we get someone else into it? Dove hunting you don't even have to do anything. You can just sit and spot birds. My kids were my bird dogs when they were young. So when I knock down a dove, they go get it. That ain't easy. It's not an easy thing to do. And so, but it's fun, it's exciting, and it's just a hell of a time. And if you don't want to hunt, you want to sit there and have some coffee, sit on the tailgate, park a chair out there, whatever you want to do. You don't have to hunt. Just hang out and understand it and kind of get the vibe and get the kind of the feel of the whole thing. And that's what it's all about to me. Because I think a lot of people hunt with me for the first time. They're like, okay, that was an experience. That wasn't like, okay, we just went hunting. You know, we have like breakfast tacos and we're hanging out and drinking coffee before the sun comes up and chatting and laughing and doing that. And the whole time we're sitting there doing the same thing. And then we leave, maybe we grab lunch, a beer, whatever it is. And then at the end of it all, we're cleaning dove. And we're talking about how we're going to present it, how we're going to cook them. And then we, share pictures, text back and forth of the thing. It's a whole experience. It's not just, Here's where Mike goes and kills things. That's not how it works. Not how it works at all. Have I ever messed up a good piece of Lynn just asked, and God love you, my friend. Have you ever messed up a good piece of meat on the grill? Yes, several times. Game meat, yes, I have, but I mean, the first one I did was a brisket. And if you've ever cooked brisket on a side box smoker, and you've done it for the first time with pre-YouTube, YouTube wasn't even a thing. That thing came out like garbage. That thing was the worst. Then I was making, I actually had to be game meat. I had what was it? It was Russian boar that I'd taken. They turned into bratwurst. It just seemed like it's kind of a vibe, a theme maybe. And I cooked them like I cook normal bratwurst, and I'd boil them in beer first and then get them on the grill. Those things were hockey pucks. God, they were dried out. It was ridiculous. I was crushed. I'm like, here I have not a lot of meat from this. I mean, Russian boars are not big, so I don't have a lot of meat from it. And now I take 4 bratwurst out, and I just absolutely destroyed them. Just destroyed them. But the second time, it's going to be sans boiling, so let's just put them on the grill. Chef's kiss. Perfect. But yes, I've messed up a bunch, and that's why I've screwed up. And if Grizz starts talking about that damn casserole again, yes, I've screwed up casseroles. I have screwed up a lot of things in the kitchen, and that's just kind of how we've gone. I think the only thing that I really didn't have any problems with out of was my bison lasagna, my smoked bison lasagna. I do that on the smoker, and I'll do most things that you put in the oven. I'll do it on the smoker. It's just that my Green Mountain Grill is my favorite thing. It's my favorite cooking toy. For sure. And I have a lot of cooking toys. I have cooking toys I haven't even busted out of boxes yet. So yeah. Casserole. Yeah. Yeah. I'm off the casserole. Okay, good. I appreciate you, buddy. I appreciate you getting off the casserole. But that's the thing is to just do it, not be afraid to try. And I think that's all hunting is. It's all hunting and fishing is. You're not going to catch anything. You're not going to shoot anything if you don't try. And if you're not going to try different techniques and you don't have the mindset that you're going to throw 5 to 15 different baits that day just to see what they want, see what they're biting on, see so grilling is the same thing. And so you just got to take a piece of meat and say, boom. I mean, luckily we have YouTube, we have Steve Rinella cookbooks, things like that can help us through. But once you get it down, you're not going back. You're not going back. What I did a lot was sous vide. I don't know if you guys have heard of sous vide. Sous vide is basically a meat jacuzzi. So what you do is you take say you got a ribeye from the store and you vacuum seal it in a little food saver. And then you take that bag and you put it into the sous vide. And the sous vide's got this wand that keeps like a jacuzzi. It just keeps the water circulating and it keeps it hot. And it basically cooks it in that bag in its own juices. And then you take it out of the bag and you put it on the grill to sear it, like super high heat, just sear it. So good. What I found was it's different in game meat. Game meat doesn't react the same way in sous vide that the grocery store meat does. And I have no idea what that is. People say it's the injection things they do on that in the water, whatever it is, but it's just different. It had more of the game meat had more of a chalky fit. And maybe I just had the wrong temperature, but I set that thing at 125 for 24 hours. I'll have sous vide. I'll have that meat in there cooking the whole time. And it just breaks down a lot of the chewy stuff and it just makes it so tender and so good. And it doesn't rob it of any flavor. So it's not like you're marinating it. You can marinate it, but it's not like you're marinating. It's cooking in its own juices. It's fantastic. It really is. But I got to figure out the game meat portion of sous vide. Yeah. And look, none of this is easy. And I've said so many times, the fun is hard work. And this is the fun of eating this game meat is hard work. So it's worth the effort to go pull the vacuum sealer out, get the bags, get the right size bags, vacuum seal it, get the sous vide out, make sure you get the water temp right to the right. It's a pain, worth it. Fun is hard work. Have I ever cooked anything in the ground like the Hawaiians do? Closest I have is it's basically a rule at Deer and Elk Camp that we cook over the fire. And it depends. Actually, there's one of the young bucks that comes out with us. He's got a nut allergy or something like that. So it depends on the type of wood that we have in the fire. Sometimes we have to make our own little fire area, but you are cooking over open flame, as my buddy Tequila Jim likes to say, as God intended it. And so that's our where we cook over the fire. But I have not dug a hole and cooked something. I saw a meat eater episode where they dug a hole and they took the skull of whatever it was that they got, is it elk or something like that, and they put it in the ground. They put the coals in the ground. They wrapped it up in tin foil. They put them on the coals. They buried it and put coals on top and pulled it out hours later. And it looked like some of the best meat I've ever had. So let's get to that. I get a lot of weird looks when I ask people if they've ever had cabeza tacos. Cabeza meaning head, and the meat between the cow or the pig's scalp and skull. There's a lot of meat in there. And it is the most oily, tender, dark meat you're ever going to have. It's some of the best food you're going to eat. It sounds weird, right? Sounds wait, head tacos? What are you talking about? Off the skull? So when they pulled this out, of the ground and they unwrapped it, I mean, I was salivating. I mean, they were just kind of scraping this just right to the taco or right to the tortilla. Forget it. It's so good. You can get them all over the place. You can get cabeza tacos darn near everywhere here in the Valley. And that's funny for me as a Southern California kid that we got the best tacos, got the best burritos. I never heard of a cabeza taco or cabeza burrito out there. Never. Arizona's got it going on. But again, when I say, Len, fun is hard work, digging a hole and doing that kind of stuff, that takes a hell of a lot of planning. But I'd sure as hell like to try it. Yeah, I really would, because I mean, there's the deal. Usually, if you're at your elk camp or deer camp, if you're one of the first to take an animal, then you got to get everything on ice, get everything ready. But then you've got some time because your buddies are out there hunting. So I don't know, maybe grab the skull and give it a try, give it a whirl. Maybe I go up to Tom's place and we can just do it in a very controlled environment up at Blue Rooster. Maybe he'll let me dig a hole and see if we can do the cabeza that way. Maybe he will. Mm-hmm. No brains or eyes. Again, the fun things that you learn when you're watching certain programming is some animals, a lot ungulates. This sounds gross, y'all. I'm telling you, but it is what it is. The fat behind the eyeball. There's fat behind the eyeball. Not the eyeball, not the stuff around. Behind the eyeball is this gooey, like fatty looking, tastes just like raw bread. It tastes just like raw bread. Bread dough, excuse me. So it tastes like. It's the weirdest thing. You would think that it's just gross and disgusting, but in Heartland, that's actually something that I've learned to never discard. I'm not a liver fan, so my mom is. I bring the liver to my mom. But the heart is just, it's so good. If it's cooked right, it is so good. Yeah. So the heart is, I think I've heard it described as where organs meet meat, or where meat meets organ, whatever it is, because it's a muscle and it's constantly moving. It is firm, fatless, and you pop that thing open just like a bell pepper. And just lay that thing out and just get all the junk out of the inside of it. And you just have basically 3 or 4 pieces of very beautiful looking steak. And if you cook it right, you are just on it. I would say you have an elk heart. Elk hearts, beasties. I grill. But be careful. Again, there's no fat in this. There's no fat. So you got to watch your temp. That thing will cook quick. And it'll have nothing to hold on to it. So when I talk about the fat, in the outdoor world, people love rub. Hold on, good gravy, Michael. Let me get. All right, people like to wrap everything in bacon. Wrap in bacon. The reason why they're doing that is because game meat has very little, if any, fat. And to cook without a fat that can render into the meat and keep it moist is very important, and that's where bacon usually comes in. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what. We're not going to call it head cheese. That sounds awful. Head cheese. Just go cabeza tacos, man. Let's go. Our friends from the South. Cabeza tacos. Yeah. But we did it with Slavo. And Slavo came over because Slavo's a trained executive chef. And he came over with Rob and I, and he made heart, and he made it super rare, a little too rare for my liking. And so the heart that I've made after that has been fantastic. It just really is. And it's a different texture. It's a different taste. It's not going to taste like a ribeye. It's not going to taste like a filet. It's going to taste like heart. And once you don't even have to acquire the taste for heart. You just go, okay, I'm trying heart. Oh, that's what heart tastes like. That tastes yummy. I'm going to keep going on that. And by the way, just easy breezy, light. Just I do some slavo, which is salt, garlic, salt, pepper, and garlic. But if you just want to throw some salt and pepper on that, get after it. Go high heat and let that thing freaking sear on both sides. Watch the middle, cut into one of them, see where you're at in the middle, and then boom, go. It's so good. It is so good. And I don't think you'll look back because that's an underused portion. I know a lot of people that do the gutless method out in the woods. I don't like it. You waste a lot of meat. You just do. And I don't like wasting meat on animal. Oh, but the other animals got to eat. I totally understand that. The other animals have survived eating the way they eat. This is my meat. Mine. I got it. This is all mine. I am a little possessive like that. Yeah, I'm taking the rib meat. I'm taking all of it, the heart, the liver. I'm not messing around. The Bearzona event is in October. So I'll get that information to all of you guys. The Bearzona event is going to be a lot of fun. Bearzona is doing a beer event, and they are benefiting Wildlife for Tomorrow, which I sit on the board as the vice president. And it is the 501c3 fundraising arm for your Arizona Game and Fish Department. We do a lot of stuff for them that they can't do legislatively. They can't do, these on the ground things that like, oh, we're a government agency. We can't buy lunch for the kids. Like, what? Okay, you're having an event. Okay, we'll bring lunch. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some make a loaf and call it head cheese. What do they turn into the loaf? So Lynn just said people in the South make a loaf and call it head cheese. A loaf of what? What are they making? Because I love some meatloaf. Don't play, y'all. I will crush a meatloaf. And again, putting the meatloaf on the Green Mountain smoker. Mm-hmm. In any recipe. So let me help you out with that. Any recipe that calls for being put in an oven. Say it's at 375. Just kick your Green Mountain up to 375. And it's a different experience. It's a better experience. If your family makes you buy store-bought frozen pizzas, smoker, whole new world. You're welcome. Like I now pass and I think just frozen pizzas are bleh. Except I found Lou Malnati's actually sells frozen pizzas. Take my money. But I'll put that on the smoker. End of story. If Lou Malnati says put this on, oven for 350 for X amount of time, it's going right on the smoker because it just changes the taste of the pizza for the better and is just so earthy, so good, and just fantastic. Again, it's a different experience. Yes, but yeah, Grizz, we'll get you all the information on the Bearzona event. So we're just very thankful that they came out and said that they want the proceeds to go to us. So we were very honored. I'll be up there with my fan band, the girlfriend's fan band. We'll have an army up there. Intern Beans, intern Sarah. Hopefully we'll all just get together and have a good time. Yeah. You're going to kill me. Can you repeat your email again? No big deal at all, dude. Yeah. It's Mike@GoMikeRussell.com. Mike@GoMikeRussell.com. Yep. Just GOMIKERUSSELL, just like it says right over there. Oh, shit, right there. Yeah. So yeah, just email me anything, guys. Email me any questions you have, anything like that. Again, because it's on Instagram that we're finally up and running on X, on all this. It's hard for me to get to the personal messages and stuff. Yeah, meat from head and other ingredients like a traditional meatloaf. Okay, that's rad. Oh, I'd definitely try that. Oh, heck yeah. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know what's gonna pop up. Sometimes in my show research, I'm like, I have to search something that I think I'm going to see things that I don't want to see and I can't unsee. So I'm going to try head cheese. We're going to see. Maybe I do recipe for, let's see, where'd you say, but okay. Yeah. All right. People in the Midwest, you said? Yeah. But anyway, it's South, people in the South. So I'll go Southern recipe head cheese. Okay. I'll do that. Sometimes Google's just like, I think he wants some really freaky stuff out here. Yeah. I don't want the freaky stuff. The name scares the crap out of me. I'll tell you this. I didn't eat sour cream until I didn't even try it until I was in my 30s because it's called sour cream. Who would eat something called sour cream? But now it's fine. I don't order it, but if it's on there, it doesn't bother me. Yeah. Sour cream. Cottage cheese I've never had in yogurt. Oh, or No, I've had granola. What was it that I did? Oh, there's a couple things that I've just never tried. Don't know if you've answered the questions about Arizona. If you have, can somebody type in? Oh, you got a frozen screen. I'm sorry, bud. Um, well, yeah, but nothing gross. But Lynn, here's the deal about something gross. So in processing animals, um, that's not gross. If you like the bratwurst that I had, I don't know what meat they use from the boar for that bratwurst. Don't care. Tastes good. I eat hot dogs. I was actually I was doggy sitting Sabbath this weekend, and I put his little pill into a hot dog, and I'd just give him a hot dog. I'd grab the other half of the thing. I didn't care. I don't care what's in a hot dog. All beef, sure. Beef what? I don't care. I've had Rocky Mountain oysters. I don't care. The ram that we took, we actually fried up the testicles on that one. It wasn't great. I don't know. Everybody's like, "Oh, I love those things." No, you don't. No, you don't. You can eat them and stomach them, and you get a lot of attention doing it. That's what you like. Nobody likes Rocky Mountain oysters, man. It's a weird calamari kind of vibe. Yeah, it's just a weird calamari vibe. But I like calamari, so we're going there. I actually have some squid that Slavo caught in Alaska. So I'm going to try to prepare that. I have no idea what to do. But the beauty is we have the internet that can help us through that. He was giving me some kind of lesson, and as I was putting the stuff in the cooler, and I'm like, I have no idea I don't know what you're saying, dude. I guess you gotta peel it or something like that. Yeah. This is the squid, little leggy things, little suction cuppy things. That's it. Yeah. I don't even know if I don't think they're like octopus. They've got to be some kind of the same family. Yep, I'm rambling. But we're gonna get you the Arizona event, Grizz. If you got a frozen screen, we're gonna get you the Arizona event. We'll get you all the details on that. It is in October, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So I would highly recommend it. I think we're gonna have a great time and probably just hang out with some peeps we dig and know. So and hopefully we do some dove hunting prior to that. So life will be good. A little couple show events. As I say that, I'm thinking there's some insurance guy going, I should give Mike a call. Mike might be in some need of some show insurance if he's going to go out with firearms with people. I am a stickler, so we're very clear. I'm a very big stickler. We're not starting until you tell me the 4 tenets of firearm safety. I'm sorry. I don't care how old you are. Don't care how long you've been hunting. Don't care. You got to tell me. You got to let me know. Yeah. No, Lynn, I really appreciate getting the head cheese recipe. I appreciate that. And I'll check it out online as well and see if our tastes align in the recipes that we choose. But if you guys don't have any other questions, that was fun. We need to do that again. So here's what I found though. So we'll talk about this tomorrow. I found that AI might help us. I didn't come around on social media for a hot minute until I found out how cool it was for people in the outdoors and learning and pushing yourself and growing and community and things like that. So that I came around. And then this AI thing I might come around to. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. The AI thing is good. Yes. Now show. I appreciate that, Grizz, and we'll do a lot more of these. We'll make it like a once a month thing. Maybe the first Monday of the month. There we go. First Monday of the month, we will have a little Q&A session. You guys can ask me anything. You guys know I'm not hiding anything from you, so it's all good. So I appreciate you guys sticking with us. Tomorrow we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and kind of helping in the outdoor world. So again, get out there, have some fun, guys. I know it's hot out there, but let's find some ways early morning, evening, and to get out and get some vitamin D and get some fresh air. All right, y'all. Have a great afternoon. Russell and Hunter coming up at noon. We'll see you there. All right. Have a great